Our mission at Glen Dale Medicine Pediatrics is really quite simple. We want to give these patients care that they would typically have to go to a big city to receive, but offer it to them in their hometown in a very warm, inviting, relaxed atmosphere. So what we were trying to do is we were trying to go out and attract the best physicians that we could find to come back to their hometown and practice in our family, because really it's a family between our staff that works here as well as the patients. I think after 11 years, a lot of our patients do feel like they're part of the family.
I've been practicing now for 11 years, and we have a very small knit group of employees here. We're growing a little bit now, but pleased to say that I've been working with the same office staff on my side, at least with the pediatric group that I started with 11 years ago. So it's really neat because the patients come in and they see the same faces that they have for years, and they kind of grow up in this office. It just allows you to really end up being able to tailor the medicine that you're providing to the individual.
So since we've developed that relationship with our patients already, we want them to feel comfortable coming to us for anything, whether it be something as minor as a sprained ankle or a sore throat, or as major as a potential pneumonia. We want them to feel like they can call us anytime and come in at any time.
We want to be able to be available to our patients because they know us and they're comfortable with us. So when they have a crisis, an illness, an injury, that they don't have to go to an urgent care center or an emergency department. They can come here and see us, someone they're comfortable with.
One of my first impressions coming into the practice was it was obvious how well the staff knew the patients and their families, and how intertwined the community and the practice were. There's so much more that the staff was able to tell you about a patient when they're coming in that the chart really just doesn't show you.
Most of my patients that I see on a regular basis, I know what their kids' names are, you know, their husbands, their wives, and when they come in we always chat about family, how they're doing, and you know, any problems that they're having, and I enjoy listening to that.
I think one of the things that's very important, particularly in pediatrics, when you're dealing with patients of various ages and anxious parents a lot of the time, is to be able to create a comfort zone where that patient is at ease and will open up easily. I like to play around a lot with the patients, and it's nice to be able to provide that kind of environment.
When my family moved back to West Virginia 9 years ago, it was very important to us to find a pediatrician that would address my husband and I with our concerns with our children, but would also be personable with our children. We love coming to Dr. Michelle because she's very personable with the kids, what they're involved in. She's always asking them questions about not only their body and their health, but what they're doing at home, what activities they're involved in, foods they eat, how much time they spend in front of television. They really interact together.
I think the difference in our practice is that we have a unique set of physicians that provide very different services, yet we complement each other perfectly.
We've been really fortunate to attract some of the top talent out there right now as far as medical knowledge and expertise, and it just so happens that we've been able to also get people that are right here from this area.
Being from Powhatan Point and the Ohio Valley locally, as I worked initially as a nurse in the emergency department, again I found a need for family physicians locally and good primary care. That was the reason I went back to medical school, so that I can come back here and practice medicine.
I've grown up here, my family's here, and this is where I want to stay.
What drew me to Glendale was, for me it really felt like home. Growing up in Wheeling, I really appreciate the somewhat of more of a rural lifestyle, but I felt like this practice was still able to offer a lot of the things that Pittsburgh or Washington, PA, or some of those other cities can offer. We're able to offer comprehensive care to our patients, but in the rare circumstance where they may need a higher level of care, we're able to refer those patients to those facilities.
One of my functions at Glen Dale Medicine Pediatrics is to also be the hospitalist for the practice. Patients from our practice that get admitted to the hospital will be taken care of by me, who already knows them. I've talked to the physician that's seen them in our office and practice. I know their history, and then I'll be taking care of them while they're sick in the hospital. That's what we mean by continuity of care. We want to take care of you during your well visits, during your minor illnesses, and also during the major illnesses that will require you to go into the hospital. We want to be there for you for all those.
I know that when I come here, I'm going to get the best care that I can get because they're not only interested in my health, but they're interested in me as a person. I would absolutely refer anyone to come to Dr. Hess's office. And I have my son, he's a patient here, my daughter-in-law, my husband, absolutely would refer people here.
It was important for us to come back to Glendale. It was Michelle's hometown. Our family's being raised here. So we take care of our kids' teachers, their coaches. We want to make this the best community we can. So it was important for us to provide the best care to those people who end up taking care of our family or teaching our family. It's just a wonderful community. They've welcomed us with open arms, and now we're part of that community and family.
My name is Dr. Andrew Schmidt.
I'm Katie England.
I'm Stacy Brown-Brocklehurst.
My name is Michelle Hess.
I'm David Hess. I'm an internal medicine physician here at Glen Dale Medicine Pediatrics.
I love the community of Glendale. It's wonderful. I love coming to work every day, so I'm lucky in that way.